My name is Kyle Kendrick, and I'm a junior studying Religious and Theological Studies at the King's College in New York City. Today we're going to be test driving some big ideas about universal basic income, and I'm going to be interviewing Professor Brian Brenberg.
Come on, move it over. Let's say it, baby.
This is Business with Brenberg. All right. Hey, thank you for picking me up. It is a cold day out.
Oh, I know, man, it is. It's cold, it's December, but it's Christmas time.
That is true. Right? I'm excited for Christmas.
That's good news. I don't know if I could do California Christmas. You know,
It's hard. It's
I
actually
need
wonderful
some
here.
snow and you know, a change of anyway. But you'll still have a great Christmas, I'm sure.
So, just so we're all on the same page, what exactly is universal basic income?
It says everybody in society, every adult in society gets a certain amount of money every year, regardless of how much money they make and regardless of what they do, whether they work or whether they don't work, you know, whatever they do, whoever they are, every adult gets a certain amount of money. And the idea is it creates a certain baseline of security. It's meant to deal with this situation where robots, automation replaces more and more of the human workforce.
And there's different types of universal
Yeah, I mean, some would say, well, maybe you'd soften it a little bit and you'd say, well, only people below a certain income level would get the universal basic income. But the idea with it is that if everybody gets it, no matter what, it doesn't create any disincentives to work.
Well, that money would have to come from somewhere, right?
It would. The theory about the economy today is as robots replace jobs, there's a smaller and smaller group of people who create these robots, create these companies, create this automation technology. That smaller and smaller group of people is capturing more and more of our income. Okay, it's kind of the inequality conversation. And so the idea is, well, if that's true, then why not tax those people at a higher and higher rate and take the money that you're taxing from them and give it to people who don't have jobs, who don't own these companies, give it to them as universal basic income.
So in that way, then there would be like a certain level of disincentive to make more money because then it would be taxable.
Well, yes. So the universal basic income wouldn't create the disincentive, but perhaps those high tax rates would. Yeah, so maybe at a certain level, I wouldn't work as hard anymore because you're taking more and more of my money and giving it away to somebody else. People who like universal basic income, it's not about money for them.
Right.
So, you know, they're building these companies and they love these technologies. And, you know, if you raise their taxes, it's not going to stop them from doing the things they love. And, you know, I mean, that's, you know, maybe that's the case. But if you believe the universal basic income story, in a lot of ways you have to reject a lot of what we've learned about how people behave and how the economy works. You know, it's kind of utopian. You know, what do people do? Are they intrinsically, do they always do good, right, productive things? Or do the incentives they face really matter? And I think that's a question we have to answer with universal basic income.
Yeah, so on that note, what is your opinion? Do you think that it's just or a fair system to have universal basic income, or even unfair to have universal basic income?
I'm nervous about universal basic income, and it's exactly to that point. I think that the guys who are the biggest proponents of universal basic income tend to have an overly rosy view of human nature and what people will do in situations when, you know, their income is provided to them with no expectations and no requirements. You have to kind of expect people to behave in a way that historically we haven't seen them behave. I do think we face a real problem in this country when it comes to the pace of technological change. Things are changing quickly, and the kinds of skills that are valued in our economy today are changing quickly, and that's a problem for a lot of people. I think our focus should be less on just giving them income and more on helping them move into fields where they can earn their own income.
Thank you so much for the Uber. It was a great getting a free ride here. So I'm gonna scoot
no such thing as a free ride, my friend. It's economist's first lesson. Good to see you, though.
Good to see you,
too. You bet.
Wow, that was so interesting. I learned so much about universal basic income and had no idea it had so much to do with robots. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. This has been Business with Brenberg. I gotta go buy some Christmas presents now. I'll see you guys later.